Have you ever seen one of your competitors on TV or heard them on a podcast or seen them in an article and say to yourself, God, that should be me. I wish that was me. What do I have to do to get to that point that I'm on TV or I'm on a podcast and I'm talking about my business? Well, that person that you saw on TV or heard on a podcast didn't get there just by happenstance. They had media training. And today, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what media training can do for you. I'm Jim DeLorenzo, and I've spent the last 25 years helping people shape and share their stories, from entrepreneurs and executives to athletes and nonprofit leaders. This season on my podcast, Storytelling with a Purpose, I'm focusing on something that's at the heart of everything I do, media training, but not just the kind that preps you for a tough interview or a TV appearance. I'm talking about media training as a tool for clarity, confidence, and connection. So let's talk about what media training can do for you. We've all seen people on TV talking, and we see people who do it well, and we see people who do it badly. I think that one of the key things about media training and how it helps shape you as a business professional is that you need that coaching. You have a particular skill set. You built a business based on an idea that you had or an experience that you've had that shaped your purpose in building a business or writing a book or having an event. So we get to the core part of that story. Why did you do this? Why did you build this? What went into your building of this business? Now you have a story to tell, but you're not sure how to tell it. You see other people on TV telling their stories all the time. How did they get there? They got there in part through media training, which is what I would like to do with you. Media training is about teaching people how to be comfortable in their own skin, being able to stand in front of a telephone, excuse me, telephone? I don't know everybody that uses a telephone anymore. You know what I'm talking about. The television, a television camera or a podcast interview. They feel comfortable in their skin that they can talk about just about anything. But how did they do that? How did they get there? They're training themselves to talk in front of people, tell their story in front of people in a way that is meaningful and it connects with people. For example, working with my clients, I often spend time practicing on interview skills, sitting down with them one-on-one and presenting them with an actual interview done by me as a mock interview to help them feel what it's like to be in an interview situation, or to get in front of a camera, or to be speaking from a podium in front of a large group. These are things that have to be taught and coached. You wouldn't go into a basketball game not knowing the game plan. You wouldn't go into a staff meeting not having an agenda. So why go into an interview opportunity without an agenda, without a feeling of this is what I'm prepared for? Timing is important. How much time do I have to talk to this reporter or this interviewer? How much time will I actually use what I'm talking about? Is it going to be a short clip on the 6 o'clock news locally, or is it going to be a longer hit on a national TV program like Bloomberg Business Week or something like that? Knowing your audience, knowing the time, knowing who's interviewing you, knowing which group you're speaking to. These are all things that come from media training. They don't come from general experience that you picked up in the field while you're building your business. You really need somebody who specializes in media training to help you shape your persona, to shape your personality, and to shape your messaging that you're going to deliver in a limited amount of time. I can be jealous of what my competitors are doing on TV, or I can get in the game and be as comfortable as they appear to be on camera. One of the ways to get in the game is to find a coach. The coach can help you prepare your remarks, your story, and also help you gain comfort in front of a camera or in front of people. Spending the time with a coach to learn about all the different techniques that can go into public speaking will help you do better in interviews, will help you get to the place where you saw your competitor, whether it be on TV or a podcast or a speaking engagement. Being a good storyteller and being a good interview candidate will attract other people to you. If they see you on TV and say, boy, that person really knows what they're talking about, I'd like to have them be on my podcast. Or you could leverage that appearance through social media to get more interviews, to get more speaking appearances. All these things are a result of media training and working with a media training professional like me to learn the ropes and to get ready to get in the game where your other competition is playing in front of you. What can media training do for you? It can help you gain comfort with your role in your business, the story that you're telling, and being comfortable in front of any audience to tell your story in a complete and concise way that has an impact, that brings people to your table, brings people to your event, brings people to you personally, professionally, and in a long-lasting relationship that will continue to have benefits going forward. What are some of the things you can do right now to prepare for a media appearance? Well, I would study other people's media appearances. I would find somebody who's doing very well on TV or on podcasting, someone who's done a lot of appearances, and see how their message is consistent or see how their message changes with the situation. Do a lot of research, watch TV, watch video, watch uh, watch a podcast on video or listen to a podcast. See how the person that's being interviewed acts, talks, positions themselves. Try to find a template, a role model, somebody that you can say, boy, they really know what they're doing. I'd like to be that like that person when I get on camera. And then start rehearsing your story. Find the story points you want to tell. Find the things that you think are important that you want to talk about, whether it be to a large audience, whether it be just a small presentation to a small group. And then practice that message. Maybe do some mock interviews. Have somebody help you with that. That's what I do for my clients. That's what I like to do for my clients. And I've done it for myself over the years. And I continue to do that. And I think that continuing education, that continuing training, that continuing process has borne fruit for all of my clients that have worked with me. What other things can you do? Well, do a lot of reading, not just about your own business, but about other people's businesses. See where you fit into the scheme of things. If there's a national trend story, something is happening in your industry that you have a very strong opinion about, come up with some ideas about how you could respond to this trend, this topic, this issue, whether it be in the economy, whether it be in the particular industry, whether it be a national trend story or a national idea story that's out there. How does AI work in my business? Should AI be working in my business? Those are things that are really being talked about right now by a lot of different outlets and audiences. Do you fit in with that? What a media training professional can do for you is help you focus on media training while you continue to work within your business to build your business and to build your brand. Media training is just another way of building your brand. And if you work with the right people, you can get the right persona and you can have immediate results. What I like you to do? If you have questions, if you have thoughts, if this raises some ideas in your mind, I want you to feel free to contact me at any time. I can best be reached via email, Jim, Jim, at jhdenterprises.com, or you can go to my website, jhdenterprises.com, and click on the email me button. But I'm always available. I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to hear your story and see if there's a way I can help you tell your story. Storytelling with a purpose. Thank you for listening. I'll see you again soon.